1. Introduction. My name is Letitia. I am 26 years old. I live in a small, working-class neighborhood. My life is often difficult and full of hard work. Every morning, I wake up very early before the sun. I go to my first job, working in a cafe, serving drinks and food. After that, in the evening, I go to my second job. I clean offices until very late at night, sometimes until midnight. My clothes always smell like fresh coffee and strong cleaning products. My feet hurt badly from standing and walking for so many hours each day. My heart also feels tired and heavy. I work very hard every day, but life still feels challenging and full of problems. One day was particularly bad. My boss at the cafe shouted at me very loudly. A customer had complained, and I felt it was unfair. Later that same day, I saw my mother at home. She was carefully counting out very small coins, trying to find enough money. She needed them to pay the electricity bill for our house. Seeing this made me feel very angry at my situation and the struggles we faced. I felt small and helpless. That night, I sat alone on the kitchen floor. I thought for a long time about my life. Then, I made a very important decision. I wanted more from my life. I wanted a future that was safe, comfortable, and full of good things. I whispered to myself, I want a rich husband. I wanted this not just for money, but for true security. I wanted a life where I would not fear what tomorrow would bring. I immediately started to use the internet to find information. I searched for the richest families living in the city. I spent hours reading. One family's name appeared again and again in my search results. This name was the Sunderlands. They had a huge business, a real estate empire. They had a lot of old money, passed down for many years. They also had strong connections with important people. They often went to very fancy, luxury events. The Sunderland family had only one son. His name was Archie Sunderland. The information I found said he was handsome and had a gentle nature. It also said he truly loved rare flowers called orchids. I thought about all these details carefully. I decided to make a careful plan. This plan was designed to change my life completely. 2. My big plan. Letitia had a big plan. First, she needed to look the part. She looked at her small savings. It was not much money, but she knew what she had to do. She found a beautiful, expensive dress. It was made of fine, soft material. The price was very high. Her hands shook a little when she paid for it. She also bought a ticket for a special charity gala. This event was for the richest people in the city. The ticket was also very, very expensive. Letitia felt a mix of fear and excitement. She told herself, "This is an important investment for my future. It must work." She hoped it would. At home, Letitia spent many hours preparing. She practiced how to walk. Rich women walked differently. They walked slowly and with great confidence. She practiced her smile in the mirror. It needed to be calm and polite, never nervous or unsure. She practiced how to talk. She read books and articles about hobbies that rich people enjoyed. She learned about different kinds of art and classical music. She learned about important places and events. She looked at herself in the mirror often. "You can do this, Letitia," she whispered to herself every day. She tried to make her eyes look strong and focused. The night of the big gala finally came. Letitia put on her new, beautiful dress. It felt different on her skin. She looked very different. She took a deep breath to calm her nerves. When she arrived, the large ballroom was filled with bright lights. Many people were there. They wore very expensive clothes and sparkling jewelry. Letitia saw diamonds and silk everywhere she looked. She felt like a stranger in this new, fancy world. She felt like she did not truly belong. But she remembered her important plan. She kept her head up high. She walked slowly, just like she had practiced for many days. Letitia looked around the big, noisy room. She saw many beautiful flower displays. There was a special area with many different kinds of orchids. She remembered that Archie Sunderland loved orchids very much. This was the exact place where she would find him. She walked slowly towards the flowers. She pretended to look at them closely, as if she was very interested. Her heart beat fast inside her chest. She felt nervous, but also very determined. She knew this was her only chance to meet him. She had to be strong and follow her plan exactly. She waited for the perfect moment. She held a drink in her hand. Then she saw a tall man standing near the orchids. It was Archie Sunderland. She took another deep breath. Her big plan was about to begin right now. She would accidentally bump into him, and the rest would follow. 3. Meeting Archie. I saw Archie standing near the beautiful flowers. This was my chance. I walked closer, holding my glass of juice. Then I moved quickly, and my shoulder touched his arm. My drink spilled onto his expensive black suit. "Oh no," I said. "I am so sorry." My heart beat fast, but I made my face look worried, not happy. He turned to me. I was ready for an angry look, but Archie did not look angry. He looked at his wet suit, then at me. A kind smile came to his face. "It is quite all right," he said. His voice was soft and calm. These things happen at parties. He did not seem like the other rich men who looked at me with cold eyes. His smile was warm like the sun. He looked at the lovely orchids around us. "Do you like these flowers?" he asked me. "Oh, yes, very much," I said quickly. I remembered the facts I learned. These are Phalaenopsis orchids, I think. They need special care, but they are very beautiful. I tried to sound like I knew everything. He looked a little surprised, then happy. "You are right," he said. "Most people do not notice them. They just see a flower." I smiled. Sometimes the smallest things are the most special, I told him. He smiled back. We started to talk more. We talked about the gala, about the music, and about other small things. Archie was easy to talk to. He listened to my words. He did not look away. He seemed truly interested. This was not what I expected from a rich man. We stood there for a long time, talking and laughing a little. The party noise went on around us, but I only heard his voice. The party started to end. People began to leave. Archie looked at me. "It was very nice to meet you," he said. "Perhaps we could talk again." My heart jumped inside my chest. This was it. This was the moment. "Yes, I would like that very much," I answered. He took out his phone. "Could I have your number?" he asked. I gave it to him. My hand shook a little. My plan was working perfectly. I felt a rush of success. But also a strange, warm feeling grew inside me. It was not just about the plan anymore. It felt like something real. I tried to push this feeling away. "It is just part of the plan," I told myself. But deep down, I was not sure. 4 many dates. Archie and I started to go on many dates. He took me to very nice restaurants. We talked for hours, sharing stories and laughs. Sometimes he picked me up in a big, expensive car. He always opened the door for me. He was very kind and thoughtful. He often talked about his orchids. He loved them very much. I listened carefully to every word. I even started to learn more about different flowers myself. I wanted to understand his passion. This made our conversations longer and more interesting. I truly enjoyed them. Archie made me laugh a lot. His jokes were funny and his smile was warm. He looked at me in a special way, like I was important to him. I had never felt this way before. With Archie, I felt seen and understood. I felt safe. It was a new and wonderful feeling. Every date, my feelings for him grew stronger. My first plan about finding a rich husband started to feel blurry and less important. It was still in my mind, a quiet whisper, but it was not the loudest voice anymore. My heart began to listen to the real connection between us. I liked Archie very much. This made me feel a little scared. I often told myself, "Remember your goal, Letitia." But my heart did not always listen to my head. I felt a new softness in my chest when I was with him. I felt truly happy and secure. It was a feeling I had always wanted. I thought money alone would bring it. Now, it was Archie who brought this comfort and happiness into my life. One evening, Archie looked at me. He had a serious but kind look on his face. "Letitia," he said, "I want you to meet my family soon." My smile stayed on my face, but inside I felt a sudden, cold fear. I knew about his mother. Her name was Eleanor Sunderland. People said she was a very strong and powerful woman. She was known to be cold and smart. I had heard stories that she did not like people who were not from her world. She did not like outsiders. The thought of meeting her made my hands feel cold and my stomach turn. I knew this would be a very big step. 5. Meeting the family. The weekend came quickly. Archie drove me to his family's home. It was a very big house, much larger than I could imagine. The walls were a bright white color, like winter snow. The air inside felt heavy, full of old money and important things. I felt a little nervous as we walked in. This was a new world for me. I held Archie's hand tightly. Eleanor, Archie's mother, met us at the door. She was a tall woman. She gave me a smile, but her eyes did not smile with her. They were sharp, like little knives. "It is nice to meet you, Letitia," she said. Her voice was polite, but also very cold. I tried to smile back, but it felt hard. I could feel her looking at me, judging me. We had dinner that evening in a very big dining room. The table was long, and there were many forks and knives. Eleanor sat at one end, and Archie and I sat next to each other. During the meal, Eleanor asked me many questions. "What do you do for work, Letitia?" she asked. I told her that I worked 2 jobs, one in a cafe and one cleaning offices. She raised one of her eyebrows just a little. It was a small movement, but it made me feel like I had said something wrong. Then she made other comments. "People from simple backgrounds often find it hard to understand our way of life," she said. Her words were like soft punches. She asked me, "Do you feel comfortable in a house this big, Letitia?" I tried to answer her questions calmly. I tried to show her that I was strong, but inside I felt very small. I felt like the girl who cleaned offices, not the woman Archie liked. The expensive dress I wore did not feel special anymore. I just wanted to hide. The dinner felt very long. Every word Eleanor spoke felt like a test. I knew she did not like me. I knew she did not think I was good enough for her son. Archie tried to talk about other things, about his orchids, but his mother always brought the conversation back to me and my life. He looked a little sad, but he did not stop her. Later that night, I was in my room. The house was quiet. I heard voices from the next room, Archie's room. The walls were not thick enough. I heard Eleanor's voice clearly. She was talking to Archie. "She is not for you," she said. Her voice was firm. "She only wants our money. You must see it, Archie." My heart felt very heavy when I heard those words. It was like a big stone in my chest. I knew she was thinking about my plan. I knew she could see through my act. My secret felt like a heavy weight. I lay in bed, looking at the dark ceiling. The weekend had just started, and it already felt so hard. I wondered what would happen next. I wished I could just disappear. I felt alone in that huge, cold house. I missed my small, noisy home, even with all its problems. 6. A big problem. Eleanor Sunderland did not trust Letitia. She believed Letitia only wanted her family's money. So, Eleanor decided to find out the truth. She hired a person who looks for secrets, a private investigator. This person started to look into Letitia's life. They looked at her bank accounts, her jobs, and where she lived. They found out everything about Letitia's past. The investigator discovered many things. They found out that Letitia had 2 jobs, working hard for very little money. They saw her small apartment in a busy, working-class neighborhood. They learned about her family's money problems. Most importantly, the investigator found out about Letitia's plan. They discovered that Letitia had researched rich families. They found out she had chosen Archie Sunderland. They learned about the expensive dress, the charity gala ticket, and how Letitia had practiced to meet him. Every detail of Letitia's careful plan was now known. One afternoon, Alina called Archie to her big office in the house. The room was quiet and serious. On Alina's large wooden desk, there were many papers and photos. These were all the secrets from Letitia's life. Alina showed the information to Archie. She told him that Letitia had planned everything. "She entered your life on purpose," Alina said. "She studied you. She planned to meet you." Archie looked at the papers. He looked at the photos. He did not say anything for a long time. He did not defend Letitia. He did not say that Alina was wrong. Letitia's heart felt very heavy when she thought about this moment. She knew that some of the things Alina showed Archie were true. Letitia had made a plan, and now everyone knew it. After that day, everything changed. Archie stopped calling Letitia. He did not call her on the phone anymore. When Letitia sent messages, Archie sent only short replies. He said he was busy or that he had a lot of work. He canceled their dates. He said he could not meet her. Letitia understood what was happening. Alina was winning. She had shown Archie the truth, and now Archie was pulling away. Letitia's plan to have a secure future with Archie was falling apart. One night, Letitia received one last message from Archie. It was short. It said, "I need time. Please understand." Letitia read the message many times. Her hands shook a little. She knew what it meant. It was the end. Her careful plan was broken. More than that, her heart was broken. She had started to truly love Archie. The next morning, Letitia's phone was silent. There were no new messages. There were no calls. There was no explanation. Her dream was gone. Her plan was broken. And her heart was broken too. She felt very alone. 7, sad and alone, I sat in my small room. My eyes were wet with tears. I cried quietly. I felt very sad inside. This sadness was not because my big plan failed. It was not because I would not have money or a rich life anymore. My sadness was for Archie. I truly missed him. I missed his kind smile. I missed his gentle voice. I missed talking about his beautiful orchids. I missed the safe and happy feeling I had when I was with him. My heart hurt with this missing feeling. It was a deep ache that would not go away. I felt very ashamed of myself. I had lied to Archie from the beginning. I had used him for my plan. Now I saw how wrong that was. I felt foolish for thinking that lies could bring real happiness. Lies brought pain, not joy. They broke trust. They made me feel alone. I thought about what I truly wanted in life. At first, I only wanted a rich husband for security. I wanted to escape my hard life. But with Archie, something changed inside me. My feelings for him became very real. My love for him was stronger than my plan. I realized money was for comfort, but not for love. Love was much more important than money. I had wanted safety so much. I wanted a life without fear. But I lost my honesty to get it. I lost Archie. I lost a part of myself. This made me feel very bad. I saw my mistakes clearly now. I had hurt Archie. I had hurt my own heart by my actions. Then, for the first time in a long time, I asked myself a big question. Who am I becoming? I did not want to be the girl who lied for money. I wanted to be true and kind. I wanted to be someone who deserved real love. I wanted to be honest. I decided to spend some quiet time alone. I needed to think deeply about my life and what truly mattered. I needed to breathe slowly and heal my heart. I wanted to find out who I truly wanted to be. No more old plans, no more lies. It was time for a new start, for me to find myself honestly. 8. The truth, many weeks went by. I spent my time working at the cafe and cleaning offices. I also spent time alone, thinking about my life. I tried to understand who I was and what I truly wanted. I learned to live without Archie. The days felt long sometimes, but I felt a new kind of peace. I was not chasing a dream that was not mine anymore. I was simply living day by day and trying to heal my heart. I knew that becoming a better person took time. One afternoon, I was walking near the cafe after my shift. I saw a man waiting outside. It was Archie. He looked tired and his eyes were sad. He looked like he had not slept well for a long time. He walked towards me slowly. He spoke first. "I am very sorry, Letitia," he said. His voice was soft. "I was scared. I was scared of my mother. I was scared of the truth she showed me, and I was scared of losing you." He told me he truly cared for me from the first day we met, but his mother's words made him feel confused and betrayed. I looked at him. It was time to tell him everything. "Yes, Archie," I said. "I had a plan. I wanted a rich husband. My life was hard, and I wanted a secure future." I took a deep breath. "But then I met you, and I fell in love with you. That was not part of my plan, but it happened. My feelings for you became real." Archie listened carefully. He nodded his head slowly. He said he needed more time to trust again. He understood my reasons, but the lie still hurt him. I told him I understood completely. I also needed more time, not to forget him, but to become the honest person I wanted to be. We did not hug or make any promises for the future. We just stood there, two people who had hurt each other, trying to find a way to heal. I walked home slowly after we talked. My heart felt a mix of sadness and hope. I did not know what would happen next with Archie or with my life, but I knew one important thing. I no longer wanted a rich husband. I wanted a rich life, full of honesty, true feelings, and real love. This was a different kind of richness, and it felt much better.